Alright guys, we're getting ready to put the garden in here. Wanted to show you what we plan on doing here. Instead of bothering to change implements, we're going to use the threesome here. We got Bluto with the disc, we got Bertha with the plow, and we got the showgirl, which I never did sell. Had second thoughts about it and decided to hang on to it. Sold some other equipment instead. Got her with the spike tooth harrow. We're going to put her on a little easy duty. That showgirl's going to go to work. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to plow with this kid and then rake it out with all three. Alright, so that should make for an interesting little video. Now I'm going to show you if these two right here, twins here as I call them, if they represent I'd say probably the showgirl there represents the good, and these two represent the bad. Bad in a good sense. Now I'm going to show you what the ugly represents. Look what just came into the yard here. We got two DBs here. Haven't even checked the numbers on them yet. Alright, this one here, as bad as it looks, believe it or not, I could throw an engine on that probably and get it going. As long as the clutch is still halfway decent. Might be able to get that going. It's got good nub tires on it. So we're going to see what the deal is on that. This is the ugly. Is this sad or what? I think it's more sad than ugly. Check this out, man. These two DBs were sitting behind a barn somewhere forever. My buddy Russ picked them up, brought them over here. This one actually has reverse on it. Look at that hood, man. It's like someone couldn't stop. I always tell you guys, get a shut-off switch, kill switch. That's what happens when you don't have a kill switch. You got to stop the machine and slam into a wall. This thing is in sad shape. Got the original, like a 3 horsepower Briggs on there. Got to admit, I'm not overly familiar with all the original engines. One of you guys could jump in here and say what it is. Carb actually looks like it might be salvageable. The rest of it's pretty much shot. I don't know. Oh yeah, she's frozen as tight as a clam's ass. That motor ain't going anywhere. But never know, with little tiny pieces you might be able to salvage. Look at this thing, man. This thing's been sitting forever. This is really hurting. This is hurting. Frame is and it's rusted, but not terribly. But this thing originally had the reverse. Well, it's still there, but there's nothing left to it. It's freaking shot. Had the reverse. It's in sad shape. This represents the ugly. Oh man, never thought I'd even say that about David Bradley, but she's pretty ugly. But hopefully I can maybe pull that reverse mechanism out of there and get some parts off it for the other one. And who knows? It's amazing. Sometimes look like scrap metal. You can get some good parts off it. That rod alone there for the reverse is a worthwhile piece to save. This one here's got a perfect cradle on it. Perfect cradle. No problem with that cradle. So that's a good piece. And like I said, he picked these two up, brought them over here this morning. I just might throw an engine on this for the hell of it and see it go. See what we can do with that. I don't know. But three girls are sitting over there waiting to go to work. I'm going to rip up this garden. Hopefully today or tomorrow. And we're doing a video with all three of them going at once. Well, you know what I mean. And so, just wanted to show you one last thing. This is what happens when you get a lot of DBs that the cradles have been fixed. They've been welded up. This DB, the cradle was fixed, was welded up, and she's really, it'll work on ones with the smaller tires. It'll clear the tires, but when I put it on Bluto over there with the 16s, it would not clear the tires. No matter how I adjust it up and down, because it's a shitty welding job here. But guys do this all the time, trying to fix these cradles, And you know, you can sometimes make them functional, but hard to do. That's why I'm saying this one here's got a beautiful cradle on it, and that's a great piece to have. Got this propped up here. Just drop it down. Kickstand's not holding, but those are two pretty sad looking DBs, but you'd be amazed parts you can salvage from something like that. And oh man, that is sad. I gotta tell you, I gotta take some pictures of this thing. My goodness. Oof. Wow. Alright guys. I think that's pretty comical. Man, that hood is really wham. I'm going to straighten that hood out though. That hood's going to look fine when I finish with it. It's going to be usable. I'm going to put that hood probably on that tractor with a motor, and you'll see what happens. Make these two ugly ones become one ugly one and one functional one. We'll see. Anyways, just want to share that with you guys and keep you updated on this little conversion here. We'll make one out of these two. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Welcome, Daniel.